Lambert joins us now. Of course, we all fell in love with him when he shot to stardom on Fox's American Idol back in 2009. Since then, all types of awards, millions of record sales, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 okay.
Concert tours. Adam is getting ready to release his third album, The Original High. His first single, I just watched the video. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Ghost Town. Here's a little.
There's no one left in the world, I'm gunslinging. Don't give a damn if I go down, down, down. I got a voice in my head that keeps singing. Oh, my heart is a ghost town. My heart is a ghost town.
Nothing to see here.
I think we need to go out dancing.
Right, let's go to a club.
You
and
just
me,
were
right?
feeling it, weren't you?
You can't help but move.
Yeah, it definitely is an infectious song. That's why I was so excited to release it as the first one.
How have you been?
I've been all right, man. Really good.
You know, I'm just thinking that when we think back on you in American Idol, people don't remember that you didn't win.
Well, yeah, well, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Things are good, yeah.
Yeah, you finished what?
Second.
Runner-up,
Second.
right?
Yeah, I was the runner-up, yeah.
Second.
And do you think that, I always think that when we watch someone rise up on American Idol, we have an vested interest in you. Do you think people feel like they have ownership over you from?
In the best way possible. I mean, I think a show like Idol was great because it involves the people, you know, and they're voting and they're invested in you and they're getting excited and they're taking stake, and hey, that's a great way to make a fan, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
fan for life.
Yeah.
The impact on your career, you already had a career before Idol. You were a hard-working guy. You'd done a lot of stuff. That changed everything. Would your career look anything like it does now if you hadn't done Idol?
I don't think so. I mean, I definitely think Idol kind of put me on the map and shot me up there and introduced me to a lot of people very quickly. You know, I'd like to think that I would have done something, you know, with my career if it hadn't been for Idol, but I don't think it would look the same.
And this year you went back as a mentor. Do you think you'll go back next season for the final season? And your thoughts on that?
You know, it's been crazy. I've been back almost every year since I've been off the show. Last year I was on a mentor, and then this year there was a death in the family, Harry's family, and so I came in and I guest judged, which was so weird to be behind the table, but it was definitely like a full circle moment, and it was kind of just, it was very surreal, yeah.
How nervous were you doing that versus performing?
Really nerve-wracking was when they decided to surprise, have me re-audition, and they were like, "Guess what? We're gonna."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
so that was that was interesting.
And then you've been with Queen, right?
Yeah.
What was that like? Because that they were always kind of like, I felt like your idols in a way, right?
Yeah, they were. I mean, talk about full circle. I mean, I auditioned for American Idol with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right.
So to finish on the finale that year and do another Queen song with Queen that year, that was our first time working together, and then that led to a couple other dates, and then this year we did that world tour. I mean, it's been amazing.
Freddie-esque, right? Didn't I read that someplace?
I mean, he's my, he's one of my touchstones. So he's, he's a rock god. You can't really compete with him.
Yeah. And what about the acting? We've seen you on Glee, some other things. Will you be doing more of that?
I'd love to try to get into more of that. Yeah, I mean, the Glee thing was really fun. I didn't know what to expect. I actually was really nervous the first day on set. Yeah,
Okay.
because they called me, Ryan Murphy, he's a really nice guy, and said, "Hey, I have this idea. We have this character. Would you like to do the show?" I said, "Absolutely." I jumped at it. Then I show up to set the first day, and I thought, well, no one auditioned me. I hope I don't suck. You know, what if I get up there and we're doing the first scene, and they're like,
Did they say you just play you?
No, it was a character. I mean, I think he was kind of modeled, sort of not too far from who I am as a person, but
Now, speaking of model, you in your own way have been a big role model. to a
Oh,
lot
thank
of people.
you.
You're a breakthrough guy.
Thanks.
You know, you had people rooting for you, and you had people rooting against you, etc. There was a time when there's a lot of controversy around you. What is it like now?
Well, it's different now. I mean, I think the environment for the music business has opened up its mind a bit. I think things are changing. I think society is definitely progressing forward in acceptance and equality. And
By
so,
the way, can you sense that? I mean, we reported on the news,
Yeah.
but in life, day to day?
yeah, well, I mean, I think, being here in Los Angeles or in a big city, LA, New York, we're in a bubble a bit, so it's a bit of a different experience. But you know, looking at even social media, you can kind of get a sense that attitudes are shifting and people are more educated. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think our minds open when we're not scared of something, when it's not so unfamiliar.
Well, you don't have to read your name next to like the first openly gay to hit #1 or whatever on the top 100. You know, like, it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah, but you know what? You'll live to be 98, and when you pass
great.
on, they'll say the first openly gay. They'll still say that.
Yeah, cool milestone.
Because you're a
Yeah.
pioneer. You know, in that sense, you're a pioneer, and you were right there at the tip of the arrow when attitudes began to change. And it's always the question of, were they changing or were these things changing it?
Yeah, who knows? Chicken or the egg? I don't know. I definitely feel lucky to be a part of this movement and to be a part of a time when I can see the transition happening within a 6-year period.
Yes.
I mean, when I came out onto the scene after American Idol, things were a bit resistant. And now we have a lot of artists that are being who they are and being who they want to be. And now it's not as much of an issue.
All right, let's talk a little business here. The new album.
Yeah.
All right. What's different? What's new?
It's called The Original High, and it sounds a bit different. I think sonically it's a bit more mature. I think it's a bit more current, very modern sounding album. It's not quite as theatrical as some of the stuff I've done in the past.
The
It's a little
soaring
more.
voice
I mean, I still do my thing with the vocals, but I think that the overall tone isn't as campy. It's not as kitschy. It's a little bit more internal, a little more sensitive.
Not all dance club songs.
There's definitely a lot of movement. I mean, there's a lot of beats in there, but I
Don't
think,
get me wrong.
But I think emotionally and vocally, it's a little more grounded than
I
the
like
stuff
when
I've
you
done.
say not so theatrical.
Yeah.
But you have to be some degree of theatrical.
Well, it's kind
That's
of in
your
my
blood.
pinkies, you
Yeah,
know. I mean,
you
it's
can't
in
help
me,
it.
but I think I wanted creatively to kind of try a different vibe, a different feeling.
Who's your favorite singer?
My favorite singer? Well,
Yeah.
Freddie's definitely one of my
Yes.
all-time favorites. I mean, don't tell me to
Yeah,
pick
come
a
on,
favorite.
it's an easy- you've
A
heard this
favorite?
question before,
I
come
don't
on.
know. I mean, Michael Jackson was amazing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. There's a lot of great singers out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't make it. Who's your least favorite singer? Never mind. All right, to find out more about Adam's new album, go to our website at myfoxla.com. Always good to see you. It's been a long time. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming by.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
Why don't you come by in summer and
Sing,
can
please.
sing.
Yeah, we'll go have a dance party.
there you
For
go.
sure.
It's done. It's done.
Yes.
Adam, thank you.
Thank you.
You don't know what you just asked for.